Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, July the 15th market update. On the economic front, the monthly producer price index came in down 0.5%. Estimate was for it to be down 0.1%. So there's not much inflation there. And ex food and energy, it was up 0.1%. Weekly jobless claims beat estimates, coming in down 31,000 to 429,000. Estimate was for 445,000. Month over month, industrial production came in up 0.1%. Estimate was for it to be down 0.2%, so that was pretty good. And the EIA nat gas numbers were in line, with nat gas and storage rising by 78 billion cubic feet. On deck for tomorrow is the monthly consumer price index, the Treasury International Capital, and the consumer sentiment number. We had earnings out this morning by JP Morgan, and they beat. We had Google after the market closed, and they missed. And gold, I guess a couple of biggest headlines today were Goldman Sachs settled their SEC case for 550 million, which was the biggest settlement ever. And FinReg has passed. So we don't have any more sovereign debt worries, and life is good. I'm just kidding. No, but the market seems to be happy with all this so far. At least we were down quite a bit, and we came all the way back during the days towards later in the day. So the dollar and oil were down. Gold, silver were flat. Copper was up. Light sweet crude futures were down 42 cents to settle at $76.62 a barrel. The dollar's just getting wild, man. I mean, we just, selling and selling and selling. The UP, the dollar ETF, it's just not good. This prior could have been support, went flying through that. Not looking too good for the dollar. West Texas Intermediate crude point figure chart. We are still stuck in this range area here and still on a sell signal with this price objective. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow closed down 7 points to 10,359. S&P closed up 1 point to 1,096, and the Nasdaq closed flat at 2249, and the Russell closed down 5 points to 634. S&P had the larger percent gain. Of course, it was the only one up. It was up 0.12%, and Russell was the weakest for the second day in a row, down 0.87%, which I think is kind of interesting. So you can see we went all the way down here on the Dow. We got as low as 10,240 and came all the way back. So we still got this trend line resistance. We haven't, even though the market's acting like it wants to go higher, though. I mean, it really is. And pushing same here. We're still hanging around. We haven't closed over this 1100 on the S&P yet, but again, seems like it acts like it wants to. Same for the Nasdaq is still hanging around up here, and the Russell, which we hadn't looked in a while. It's so far it's still in this channel down, but it did hold the 30-day moving average right here today. And I will note that even though it wasn't by much, and of course we have to hold it, but we actually did close just barely above the 50-day moving average on the Nasdaq today. So that's pretty promising. The 50-day moving average is 2247.89, and we closed at 2249.08. So that's the first time we've been closed above the 50-day moving average on the Nasdaq since May 12th, right here. So we'll see. Of course, then the institutions have to support us above the 50-day, and didn't do it there. We'll see if they do it this time. Volume across the industry, they were pretty good. It was about average. It wasn't too bad. Taking a look at gold. Gold still hanging out up here, kind of going sideways, consolidating. Silver same way, putting in just some horizontal action. And copper, same thing, staying right here. VIX got a nice bounce and then pulled all the way back. Euro is just flying. I mean, we ran right up. We're almost up to this prior high here, which was on May 10th on the FXE, the Euro ETF, and we're right here. So it could have some resistance here. We got pretty close. Yeah, we got pretty close to that area there, and a volume coming in here. Probably more short covering on the Euro if they hadn't already. Let's see. What's the XLF? So XLF, we broke out above the downtrend line, and we started selling off today, and then come all the way back. And of course, GS is up real big after hours because of them. They're settling with the SEC on that 550 million settlement. Let's go take a look at the. Whoops, I don't want that. NYSE, the McClellan oscillator. So we're right here, 43. So we're again, we're in the overbought territory, but not really quite overbought. Be more neutral down here, but we haven't really moved much. Let's go back over to the sectors. So 11 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The broker-dealer index had the largest percent gain of 1.04%. Industrial transportation index was the weakest, down 0.59%. Over to ChartWatch, and I won't go over this. If you go back and look at the videos over the last couple of days, I've gone over a lot of charts. I'm going to go over quite a few right now, but not try to come up with some new ones each day. Deer breaking out right here with some volume today above this out of this triangle, so that's looking pretty interesting, pretty good. Of course, ags have been going up, and so I'm sure that's helping Deer. GMCR, big breakout today of volume. Still like this Omega Healthcare. It did hold around support today on the pullback, so I still like that one. And Cephalon breaking out today. QLogic did hold its 1850 support, did start selling off like everything else, but it did hold its support today, so it's looking pretty good. This France Telecom breaking out above the previous highs, these previous highs today, so you could pretty low risk entry. You could just use somewhere down in this area as your stop. And of course, with the ags moving, Moo is look like a double bottom here possibly on the ag ETF. So that's another idea. Pot breaking out today. Potash, big move higher along with the rest of the ag. CF still looks really good, still moving up. Mercado Libre right at resistance. So watch possible dip buy here. It's been performing pretty well, and the dip's been bought. So somewhere down I'd like it down in here, but possibly even down in here, maybe a dip buy there if it doesn't go ahead and break out. Aruba Networks near a breakout, about to take out over the previous high there. Acme Packet still strong, still holding its support area, still looks good. Hawaiian Electric, it did hold its support today, it's looking good, made a comeback like the market. This Acadia Research looks good, nice ascending triangle there. Canadian Solar still looks good after it broke out yesterday. Asia, another one that's still looking really good. Rhino still looks fine. VLTR still holding up tough. All the rest of these, I think that VMW still looks good. I do like the Western Digital just breaking out above the that trend line, and so does STX. I think these are just starting to kind of come off the bottom here, so you want to keep an eye on these. PCS still holding up, looks good. CRR looks good. AEP looks good. This GBX still looks good. Broadcom looks good. Med looks good. Especially these one that's tight, going sideways horizontal work is usually pretty bullish. So Citi did hold that support area today, so it looks fine. ANF putting in some horizontal work. Networks like it. Been looking at it. Cree still looks good. Bucyrus, Bucyrus is still looking good. Juniper Networks still looking good. IOC is still looking good. There's actually a lot of decent, pretty decent looking charts right now. Tata Motors, of course, India company looking good, and Whiting Petroleum's looking good. So go over and take a look at the current market signals. Follow the point figure charts for the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P. Of course, NASDAQ went on a buy already. These have not, and they're still got some work to do to get these back on buy signals. Take a look at this one here. So again, because of the selling off today, we reversed here, but so we're still down here. We haven't taken out this trend line yet. That is it for today. So thanks for watching.